Hello everyone, myself Prateek Mishra and I welcome you all on the YouTube platform of IMS Gate Academy. This video is totally dedicated to the engineering graduates who are searching for good quality jobs. Today I'll be telling you about the most reputed government job offered by the central government in our country. And I'm talking about none other than UPSC Engineering Service Examination. UPSC Engineering Service Examination is conducted by Union Public Service Commission, which is again a autonomous body, and it offers a post for Group A and Group B level. Both of these posted are gazetted level post. They basically offer jobs in four streams. First one is civil engineering, second is mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and electronics and telecommunication engineering. These are the four categories in which engineering service provides job to the young minds of our country. Now, if you are thinking about once you join engineering services, what are different departments they offer? So for civil engineering, if you join these engineering services job, for civil engineering, the Department of Central Engineering Services is there. Central Engineering Services for Roads is there. Survey of India is there. Border Road Engineering Services is there. Indian Defence Service of Engineers is there. MES Surveys Cadre is there. Central Water Engineering is there. Indian Skill Development Service is there. So these are all the departments you get into once you qualify engineering service examination if you are a civil engineering aspirant. For mechanical engineering aspirant, the departments offered are GSI Engineering Services, Indian Defence Services of Engineers, Indian Naval Armament Service, Indian Naval Material Management Service, Central Water Engineering, Indian Skill Development Services, Defence Aeronautical Quality Assurance Services, Central Electrical and Mechanical Engineering Services, Central Power Engineering Services, Border Road Engineering Services. So these are all the departments for mechanical engineering aspirants. So once you qualify engineering service examination as a mechanical engineer, you will be offered with all these departments. So based on your merit, you will going to get any of these departments of your choice. For electrical engineering services, the departments offered are Central Electrical and Mechanical Engineering Services, Indian Defence Service of Engineers, Indian Naval Material Management Services, Central Power Engineering Services, Indian Naval Armament Services, Defence Aeronautical Quality Assurance Service, and Indian Skill Development Service. So these are the different departments for electrical engineers. Moving on with this, once we know all the departments that we get, once we get into engineering services, the next question arises. What is the eligibility condition? So first eligibility condition is what is your nationality? If you are an Indian national or a national of Nepal or Bhutan, you can write this exam. If you are a Tibetan refugee, you can write this exam. Even if you have migrated from certain countries like Uganda, Burma, Sri Lanka, East African countries like Kenya, United Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zaire and Ethiopia or Vietnam and have an intention to settle in India for longer period of time, then you can easily write this examination. Next, talking about the age limit. So the lower age limit is 21 years. Until and unless you are not 21 years, you cannot write this exam. The upper age limit is 30 years. And this age limit for upper side has been relaxed for certain conditions. Likewise, if you are a government employee in all these listed departments, then your age limit is relaxed up to 35 years. That is, additional 5 more years are given to you to crack this examination. For other category candidates, like for SC/ST candidate, this upper age limit has been relaxed by more 5 years. Again, up to the age of 35 years, you can write this exam. For OBC candidate, the upper age limit of 30 have been extended for another 3 years. That is, till the age of 33, you can write this exam. For defense services personnel with certain disability which happened during any operation, while they were conducting any operation, and if they got some casualty, then in that case, if you want to write this examination, the upper age limit has been extended for 3 years. That is, till the age of 33, these defense personnel can write the exam. For ex-servicemen, again the age limit is extended for 5 years and it has been relaxed up to 10 years for the candidates with physical benchmark disability like low vision, or you have a disability including leprosy, Doffer's-Min, acid attack victims, or a muscular or related to that, right? So if you have these disabilities, your age limit is further extended for 10 years. So this is the basic criteria of your age limit. The next important criteria is what is your educational qualification. So the primary educational qualification that you require is you should be an engineering graduate. That is, you should be holding an engineering degree from any AICT approved engineering colleges in India. Even if you have appeared for Section A and Section B examination conducted by Institute of Engineers, and if you have successfully completed those exams, then again you are eligible to write engineering service examination. If you are studying in any foreign universities and you got a bachelor's degree from any of these foreign universities, which is recognized by the government of India, again you have the chance to write the engineering service examination. Next, if you have again cleared Section A and Section B examination conducted by Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, you are eligible to write this exam. Similarly, the exams conducted by Aeronautical Society of India and Institute of Electronics and Radio Engineering, London, again they are conducted in Section A and Section B. So if you have qualified both of these exams, it is a kind of bachelor's degree that they offer once you qualify these examinations. So if you have qualified any of these examinations, you are eligible to write engineering service exam. If you feel like joining Indian Naval Armament Service as electronics engineer, so apart from BTech, if you are holding an MSc degree or its equivalent in communication electronics, radio physics, or radio engineering as a special subject, again you are eligible to write engineering service examination to join Indian Naval Armament Service. Similarly, if you feel like joining Indian Radio Regulatory Services, again as an electronics engineer, so you need to have an MSc degree. So apart from BTech, if you have an MSc degree or equivalent, again in radio physics or radio engineering as a subject for master degree in science, you are eligible to write engineering service examination. So it is not just if you are having the engineering degree, then only you can write engineering service examination. For these two services, if you feel like joining as an electronics engineer, you can go for the MSc or its equivalent master degree, right? So these are the eligibility conditions. Now looking on to the salary structure, what they get. So once you enter into engineering services, the post that is offered is assistant executive engineer or assistant director, and they are hired at junior time scale. For this junior time scale, the basic pay is 56,100. If we include all the allowances that are there, your net salary becomes like 85,000 per month. And this is the very initial pay that you get once you join these engineering services, right? Depending on the time, you will be promoted to different cadre. For example, you join junior time scale at a pay scale of 56,100 to 1,77,500 on joining. After 3 to 5 years, you will be promoted to senior time scale, where this will be your pay scale, ranging from 67,000 to 2 lakh rupees. After 10 to 15 years, you will be promoted to junior administrative grade, where your pay scale will be like 1,23,000 to 2,15,000. Like that, you will be promoted to different cadre. So depending on your amount of service you are giving to the nation, you will be promoted to the different cadre. And depending on your age, what is your existing age, these promotions you can avail. If you join engineering services at very early age of 21 or 22, you have a chance to reach the apex level. But what happens is when the student delays in joining engineering service examination or qualifying engineering service examination, he cannot avail all these promotions, right? So depending on what is your age and how much is your age available before your retirement, you will be promoted to all these levels. And I have listed down all the pay scale for these levels, so you can take a screenshot to have a check on this. On this side, you have the time period in which you will be promoted to different scales, right? Moving on with this, next is, apart from your basic pay, these are the list of allowances that you get. you get an HRA, which is presently 24% of your basic pay. So apart from basic pay, this is the HRA you will be getting. You will be getting an official vehicle to travel for purposes that you want to fulfill while working in this job. You get a DNS allowance, which is like 9% of the basic salary. You get CGHS medical facility. And this CGHS medical facility you can avail in any part of the country. You will find hospitals in each and every city in India which can have this CGHS facility. It is totally free, and you and your family, that is your close family, can avail of this facility. You have this leave travel allowance or tour allowance. You have national pension scheme. You have the facility of gratuity, leave encashment, mobile and briefcase allowances, newspaper and mobile bill reimbursement. You have laptop allowance. You have children education allowance. You have transport allowance, which is approximately 8,000 rupees per month. So apart from the basic salary, I guess central government is providing everything which is needed in day-to-day's life, right? So these are the total list of allowances that you get once you join engineering service examination. Moving on with this, if I talk about the exam pattern, the exam is conducted in basically 3 stages: pre, mains, and then your final interview. If I talk about the first stage, so first stage is the preliminary stage, which is having 2 papers. Paper 1 will be a general studies and engineering aptitude paper, and this paper is common for all the streams. Like, it does not matter if you are a mechanical, civil, electrical, electronic student. This paper you have to face no matter whichever stream you are appearing for engineering service examination. So paper 1 for stage 1 is a general studies or an engineering aptitude paper, which is a 200 marks paper, right? And it is conducted for 2 hours. The second paper is conducted on the same day, just in a gap of an hour or two. And second paper is an engineering discipline paper. So if you are appearing as a civil engineering graduate, you will have a paper for civil engineering. Similarly, if you are appearing for mechanical, electrical, electronics candidate, you will have a technical paper for these specializations. This paper is conducted for 3 hours, having the total marks of 300. So if you combine the total marks of stage 1, it is like 500. So 500 is the total marks that is there for stage 1. Now, depending on what is the criteria which is set by UPSC, you will have this different cutoffs every year, right? And these cutoffs are totally dependent on the exam conducting body. They will going to give us the cutoff. If you have scored above that cutoff, then only you qualify for stage 2. Stage 2 is a main examination. And for this mains examination, you will going to have the conventional paper. One thing I would like to add here, for stage 1, all the questions that are asked are MCQs, multiple choice questions. And you will even going to have negative marking on that, right? But for mains, you will going to get conventional questions. And conventional questions, you have to design the entire process or you have to solve with full calculation. And each and every step is important because even step marking is there when we talk about the mains examination. So for mains examination, again, it is having 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. For paper 1 of engineering discipline, we have n number of subjects. And for paper 2 for same discipline, we have another n number of subjects. So your total technical subjects will be divided as paper 1 and paper 2. And that we will going to see just now when I talk about the entire syllabus for this. For this main stage, your paper 1 will be of 3 hours and it is having a total marks of 300. Similarly, your paper 2 will be again of 3 hours, having a total marks of 300. So this stage has the total marks of 600. So if you combine stage 1 and stage 2, your total marks is like 1100. 500 for pre and 600 for mains. So total is 1100. So if you qualify pre and mains, then only you will allow to appear for the final stage, and that is the interview round, which is the personal interview. This personal interview is of 200 marks, and if you combine the total for all the 3 stages, it comes out to be 1300. So if you score well and you qualify all the stages, then only you will be selected in the final merit list. The final merit list that will be prepared considering your score for pre, mains and your personal interview. The marks of all the three stages will be added, and based on that you will going to get the final merit list, which will going to decide whether you are selected for engineering services or not. Okay. Now if you look into the cutoff, so for this is for engineering services 22. For civil engineering, the first stage cutoff was 233. For mechanical, it is like 236. For electrical, it is like 231. For electronics, it is like 184. And this is the cutoff marks out of 500 for stage 1. For stage 2, which is like stage 1 plus stage 2, if you need to qualify mains and then you need to appear for interview, this is the cutoff. For civil engineering, it is like 551 out of 1100. That is stage 1 plus stage 2, pre plus mains. For mechanical engineering, it is 581. For electrical engineering, it is 552. And for electronics, it is 571. So this is the final cutoff after stage 2. Once you have marks more than these, then only you will be allowed to sit for a final interview. If I talk about the last candidate who got selected in engineering service examination, these are the marks. So out of 1300, the last candidate for civil engineering who got selected secured 756 marks. For mechanical, the person secured 745 marks. For electrical, it is like 714. And for electronics, it is 751. So these are the category wise or the stage wise cutoff for engineering service examination of 22. Right. So once you qualify pre, mains and interview, then you will be selected for the final merit list. Now moving on with the syllabus. So for stage 1, paper 1, that is the general studies paper which is common for all. These are the list of topics that every engineering graduate has to learn before appearing for engineering service examination. So it includes current affairs, both national and international issues. It includes engineering aptitude, engineering mathematics, general principle of design drawing and importance of safety, standards and quality practice in production, construction, maintenance and services, basics of energy and environment, basics of project management, basics of material science and engineering, information and communication and technologies, and ethics and values in engineering profession. So these are the list of all the topics that are there for stage 1, paper 1. That is the general studies paper. Now moving on to the discipline wise syllabus. So here is a list of discipline wise syllabus. So I was talking about that mains paper where paper 1 and paper 2 was there for a particular discipline. So for civil engineering, paper 1 in mains, this is the syllabus. And for paper 2, this is the syllabus. But for pre, your all the subjects will be asked in your pre-examination, right? For prelims, there is paper 2. In that paper 2, all these subjects will be there. But for mains, where paper 1 and paper 2 was there, in paper 1, only questions related to these subjects will be asked. And in paper 2, question related with these subjects will be asked. So you can see for civil engineering, building material is there, solid mechanics is there, structural analysis is there, steel structures, RCC and construction material and management is there, right? For paper 2, FM and hydraulic machines is there, hydrology and water resource engineering is there, environmental engineering is there, geotechnical and foundation engineering is there, surveying and geology is there, and transportation is there. So these are the list of all the subjects that are there for civil engineering graduates. The best part is, any graduate who starts his preparation with GATE examination, you will find that most of the topics are there in the GATE syllabus. The topics which are highlighted in red are the only topics that are specifically there for engineering service examination. Rest all the topics that are mentioned in black are there for GATE examination. So all the students who start preparing for GATE in their third year or final year has an upper notch of cracking engineering service examination very quickly and even in their first attempt. So the basic part is starting with engineering service preparation is start with your GATE preparation, right? So if I talk about mechanical engineering, for mechanical engineering, paper 1 asks fluid mechanics, thermodynamics and heat transfer, IC engines, refrigeration and air conditioning, turbo machinery, power plant engineering and renewable sources of energy. For paper 2, it is like engineering mechanics, engineering material, mechanics and machines, mechanisms and machines, design of machine elements, manufacturing, industrial and maintenance engineering, and mechatronics and robotics. Again, I would like to repeat this. All the topics which are written in red are the additional topic that you have to read after preparing for GATE syllabus. So if you are preparing for GATE syllabus, only certain amount of extra effort will be required by you to crack engineering service examination. It is not that difficult examination. It only requires hard work. It only requires perseverance and consistency. And that is how you can crack the examination conducted by the most reputed organization of the country, that is Union Public Service Commission. Next is for electrical engineering. For paper 1, the syllabus is engineering maths, electrical materials, electrical circuits and fields, electrical and electronics measurement, computer fundamentals, basic electronics engineering. For paper 2, the analog and digital electronics is there, systems and signal processing is there, control systems, electrical machines, power system, and power electronics and drives is there. For electronics engineering, for paper 1, basic electronics engineering is there, basic electrical engineering is there, material science is there, electronic measurements and instrumentation is there, network theory, analog and digital circuits is there. For paper 2, analog and digital communication systems is there, control system, computer organization and architecture is there, electromagnetics is there, advanced electronics topics is there, and advanced communication topics are there. So again, I would like to repeat this. All the topics that are written in red are the only additional topic that you need to specifically read for engineering service examination. Rest all the topics are common with GATE examination or your university examination. So this is about the total syllabus for engineering service exam. Moving on with this, what is the exam schedule? As I've already told you that this engineering service examination is conducted in 3 stages: pre, mains and interview. So this is how you need to keep a check. The notification is released somewhere around September to October every year, and you need to visit this website upsc.gov.in, where you'll get all the details and the notification related to the exam conducted for engineering services, right? The prelims is conducted usually in the month of January or February. It is said that on the first week of January or on the first Sunday of January, preliminary exam will be conducted. But due to this COVID, some delay happened, due to which sometimes it is conducted in February. But again, it is expected that it will be shifted back to January. So the prelims will held in the month of January or February. Your mains examination will be there in the month of June and July. So almost 6 months gap you will going to get between pre and mains. Once you have qualified mains examination, your personality test will be conducted in the month of August and September, and your final merit list will be out by the month of November or December. So this is how the entire process of engineering services happens, right? So if you are an engineering graduate and if you are looking for the most reputed and the most technical job offered by the central government in our country, I will suggest you to go for the preparation for engineering service examination. So this is all information about engineering service examination conducted by UPSC. I hope you have found this video useful. Thank you for watching.